$100,000 in 2024 from print on demand. Is that possible? Hell yes, it's possible. And if I wanted to succeed in 2024, this is exactly what I would do. This video is for those looking to get started or looking to get sales. So if you're struggling, keep watching. If you're getting a bunch of sales already, well, stick around anyways, because you never know what you might learn. Print on demand has been on an upwards trend for the last 5 years, and I don't think it's slowing down. Whilst it might be more saturated with sellers now, it's also getting a lot more popular with buyers. So there's still plenty of room to grow and create a profitable print-on-demand business. I started this video by saying $100,000 in 2024 with print-on-demand. But if I'm being honest, I actually have a much bigger goal that I'm creating a whole separate video for, which is me hitting $1 million from print-on-demand. So let's start with this. Let me know in the comments if you tick any of these boxes. Struggling to get sales, designs aren't that good, don't know what's going wrong, can't be consistent, can't identify trends, and have no way of validating ideas. The reason why I've asked you to leave a comment down below with these things is because in 2024, I really want to tailor this channel to help you grow with your print-on-demand businesses. For now, let's go through the exact steps that I would take to create a successful 6-figure print-on-demand business in 2024. I also have a really cool idea that someone shared with me, and I want to share it with you. So let's start at the beginning. Step 1. Picking the platform. There are so many print-on-demand platforms to pick from, and I feel your pain. It's draining trying to figure out what platform to sell on. Amazon and Etsy have the largest audiences when it comes to print on demand, and I know they have their problems. Etsy being 20 cents to create a listing. They've also got a bad reputation of closing people's accounts. And of course, it's quite saturated. And Amazon's issue is, well, you start on tier 10, which means you're only allowed 10 designs, and it can take quite a long time to progress up the tiers. Don't worry though, because that idea that I was talking about slightly earlier, well, that's going to help you get out of tier 10 incredibly quickly. There are, of course, other platforms like Redbubble and TeePublic, and I know other people recommend using them. For me, I recommend to not use them for one simple reason, and that is time. Instead of putting your focus into 10 different platforms, spreading it across all those platforms, focus on 1 or 2 and really focus on it. That's what I would do if I had to start again from scratch. I mean, why spend your valuable time creating designs and uploading to a platform that gets very little traffic and has abysmal profit margins? It just doesn't make sense to me. Now that we have platforms picked, for me, it was Etsy and Amazon. And by the way, this spreadsheet that I'm sharing on the screen here, you can download that for free. Just click the link down below, put your email in, and you'll be able to get it. But for now, we've got to go to step 2, and that is picking a niche. This is the tough one. What niche? And sometimes it just doesn't matter. It really depends on your strategy. So if you're going to go with the strategy of Etsy and Amazon, then the niche does matter. You need a popular niche, a trendy niche, not necessarily a niche that worked last year. You need a niche that's going to work this year. Choosing a niche that you are knowledgeable in makes a massive difference. For me, I'd pick, let's say, cars. I think I know a lot about cars. I could create designs about cars for people who would buy. I know the customer base. I just know cars really well. I love driving, and if it's not obvious over here above my head, you can see I love cars. The main issue about picking a niche you know so much about and that you are so passionate about is you might form an emotional connection to it and not be able to give it up if it's actually not working. In fact, this actually happened to me when I was running ads for a t-shirt. I absolutely loved the t-shirt and I had no idea why it wasn't getting any sales. And I spent over $2,000 on Facebook ads before realizing I've got to let it go. And someone else told me I have got to let it go as well. So it's very important that no matter what the niche is, even if you know it really well, don't form this emotional connection to it where you struggle to give it up if it doesn't actually get you sales. In the spreadsheet that I'm showing, there'll be a list of 100 niches that you can browse, research them, see if they're any good, and go for them if you want. See what designs are getting sales on 5 mega platforms like Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Redbubble, TeePublic. These are big platforms in print on demand. See what designs are getting the most sales. And you don't need to reinvent the wheel here. You need to adapt and make it unique so that it works for you. Step 3, creating the design. So when it comes to creating your designs, it's important that you stand back, you have a look at it, you form actual educated opinions on it, not emotional opinions. You share it with family and friends and you get them to tell you what you think. It's really important that your designs are very, very good, because if they're not, it's going to make it so much harder for you to get sales. This alone is a very, very long and difficult topic, but I've actually created an entire video going over it. I don't know if it's live yet or if it's coming out soon, but it's a video explaining to you how to actually create better designs. If it's out, I'll link it down below. Step 4, selling. If you have done all the other steps perfectly, this should slot into place really nicely. Because these platforms get so much traffic, specifically Amazon and Etsy, the customers are there. They are waiting for you. They are waiting to see your product. You just have to deliver something that they would want to buy. So with this step, this is where you need to make sure your listing is perfect. Your product images, your title, your tags, your description, your price. These are all very important factors into what can actually get you sales. With Etsy, the main focus should be your product images. With Amazon, you can't really do that because you can't really change your product images. With Etsy though, you can add product videos, you can add different mock-ups, and I've gone as far as to actually buy the designs myself and do a whole photo shoot. And it really works. It makes you stand out from other people, and it gives you that extra edge to get those sales. Another thing you can do is share your designs on social groups where you're allowed to. You could even reach out to schools, to restaurants, find out if you can create designs for them. Those are actually really great ideas because a restaurant might buy 10 of your designs in bulk, or a school could buy 500 of your designs in bulk, and that way you might not make as much money because you'll give them a very good price, but specifically on Etsy and even Amazon for that matter, the algorithm will see you're getting all these sales, you're getting all these positive reviews, and it will massively help you get more sales in those other designs. Part 6 would be scaling. This is the part that even established print-on-demand sellers don't seem to do. Scaling allows you to take what you're already doing and double it, triple it, and who knows, 10x it. And that's where we want to end up. Typically, scaling is done with advertising. This is where you'll spend a bit of money to get a few more eyeballs on your product. And I know a lot of people are thinking, well, why on earth would I spend X amount of money to get more sales? Let's say you're getting 10 sales organically without any ad spend. You can ask yourself, why would I spend $50 to get 50 sales? Well, the answer is yes, your profit margin will be a little bit lower, but you're now getting 40 more sales. So overall, you're making more money. It's a numbers game. And once you're scaling, your profit margin will decrease, but your overall sales and your bottom line will increase. So if you're not already planning on running ads this year, I really think you should make it one of your goals. Ads is the way I plan to get my print-on-demand e-commerce store to 7 figures. It would not be possible without ads. The bonus method, the bonus strategy that I spoke about at the beginning of this video, it's finally time to share it. This is something I discussed on a podcast a few weeks ago, and I coined the term super trends. A super trend is not like your normal trends like Christmas or Valentine's Day. A super trend is something that happens very rarely and it's huge. It goes viral. It's incredibly short-lived, but it pays off. These can be spotted on X, formerly Twitter. When do you think Twitter, that's a question, separate topic. When do you think we're going to be able to call Twitter X without saying formerly Twitter? It's getting kind of annoying. Anyway, with a super trend, it's very important that you are early to the game and you spot them well. So spotting them on X by looking at what's coming up, what's trending, what's happening, watching other YouTubers and seeing what they're doing, movies, music. Being able to spot a super trend is brilliant because when a post goes viral on Instagram or TikTok or or X, you are able to reply saying, oh, I wish there was a t-shirt for this, knowing full well there is a t-shirt for this. And as soon as people start searching for a t-shirt, or if you share it yourself, you will start getting those sales as that trend starts kicking off. Now, as I said, this is very, very hard to achieve, but if you try and achieve one super trend every 2 months or every 3 months, that could really make a difference in your business. That could give you the $10,000, the $20,000, the $30,000 to keep you going with the rest of this print-on-demand business throughout the whole year. Another thing that can happen is if you hit on a super trend and you start doing well, the money you make from that, well, you can start advertising your other designs and you can use that money to kickstart the rest of your print-on-demand business. So like I said, when it comes to finding super trends, it takes a lot of research. You look in Google Trends, Twitter, X, and everything really. And it's a lot of research. And don't just think, oh, that's going to be a super trend. After a while, you'll start spotting them more frequently, but especially to begin with, it can be very, very difficult. By no means do I think you should rely on super trends. This should be a strategy that you use to get extra sales, but it should be a side strategy. Step 7 or part 7 of this video is let's plan your 2024. This spreadsheet that I've been referencing all video can be your guide for 2024. You have platforms, you have niches, you have design checklists, you have all of it. Use it to try and keep yourself accountable. Try and make doable but life-changing aims for 2024. 91% of people who set goals in January actually end up giving up. Don't be one of those people. If you aim to make 3 designs a day the whole of 2024, you could end up with over 900 designs. If you were able to follow all of the steps and you were able to try and create your business, having 900 designs will be an absolute game changer for your print-on-demand business and your life going forward. Within those designs, try and make a few scalable designs, meaning one design like a job design or a birthday design or something can be scaled to 50 or 100 designs. And you'll learn all of this by watching more of these videos and by doing the research and seeing what people are doing to actually get sales. This is exactly what I would do if I had to start again in 2024. And by the way, the link down below will take you to download this spreadsheet. All you have to do is make a copy of it and then it will be editable. The actual file that you're seeing isn't editable, so once you made a copy onto your own Google Sheets, you can do whatever you want with it.